One of the grave mistakes that I see many coaches and course creators make today is not invest in some of the tools that will make it easy for them to scale to 6 figures and beyond. And many of the common excuses I see is people saying, oh, I'm not techy enough, or some say, oh, they're trying to save money. And that's why in today's video, I'm going to be sharing 10 simple tech tools that will take your business from 0 to 100, literally on every level, elevating the level of service you provide, elevating even your profits. So ride with me. Welcome back. If you're new here, my name is Chris-Amusan. I'm an online marketing strategist and I help coaches and course creators create a marketing system that helps them attract and convert premium clients with ease. If this sounds like something you need, remember to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell icon so you get notified every single time I release a new video. I drop videos every single week. In today's video, I'll be sharing 10 tech tools, simple to use, that you could introduce into your business today to elevate the level of service that you provide and even maximize your profits. Now, why is this topic even important? The first reason is using some of these tech tools can actually save you money. Money that could be lost from loopholes in your business or not signing a client because you didn't have something that could have helped you follow up or get them on board, or even the cost of hiring a staff, because today in the world we live in, if you're able to automate certain tasks, you would not even need to hire someone to handle some of those things. Also, these tools can save you time because by leveraging automation, you're able to create processes that are repeatable, and then you don't have to spend time doing some things over and over once you automate them. Not just that, some of these tools will even elevate your brand experience. It could either be in form of elevating your brand outlook, what people see when they observe or when they encounter your brand, or even with the level of customer service that you provide, just because things are running more seamlessly. And finally, using these tools can make it very easy for you to hire or outsource or even onboard your new hires, because now there is a documented process. You don't have to regurgitate it every single time saying, hey, do this, hey, do that. You can simply record these things and put it there for anyone to see. So I'll be listing these tools in a sequential order based on how clients flow into your business, when you sign them up, how you deliver your products to them. We're just going to follow that sequence. The first tool I'm going to talk about is an online form, an application form, whatever name you'd rather call it. And this is simply a tool that allows you gather information from prospects that are coming to you, or even a client that you've signed up, and just put that up in a place where you can always refer to it. Some of the popular tools that people use to gather information, there's Google Form, but there are even more elevated tools than Google Form like Typeform, JotForm. Now, why is an application form important, or let's just say a form, for whatever reason you might be using the form? The first reason is record keeping. It helps you keep records without having to manually write them down somewhere. You can always refer to all the information you've collected from the client at any point in time. Another benefit of having a form is that it helps you pre-qualify the clients before you get on a call with them. In fact, sometimes based on the answers that people have filled in the form, you may not even bother getting on that call. So you see, a form is saving you time. It's helping you come prepared to a discovery call, which increases your chances of probably closing that call. And also you are keeping records. You can refer to those records and it makes you a better business person in the process. The second tool is an appointment scheduler. Have you ever been there where you're speaking with someone and you're like, oh yeah, we should talk, let's set up a call, and then you start saying, oh, what time works for you? The person says Wednesday works for me. You're like, oh, Wednesday doesn't work for me, how about Thursday? And the person's like, oh, Thursday, yeah, what time? And then you say 11 a.m. and the person says, oh, 11 doesn't work for me, how about 10? And then after you've had this conversation, you realize, oh, you're not even in the same time zone. The person's like, oh, what time zone? And then you have to start this process all over again. You could save yourself this stress if you use a scheduling tool, an appointment scheduler. Two common appointment schedulers on the market are Calendly and Acuity. Now, there are other ones that have multiple features aside the scheduling. For example, even Calendly has a form that people can fill while they're scheduling the call. Same goes for Acuity. But I personally use Dopsado because in addition to this, there are other workflows that I could put in place. Once people book the call, you can send some emails to them, or I could manage the project. Just right off the bat, check out Calendly. It's very easy to use and it saves you time when you're trying to schedule a call with a client. Guess what? If you don't have a scheduler, you stand the risk of not even getting that client on the call in the first place because you're not able to find an appropriate time and you just procrastinate that conversation. Note that besides the tools that I'm mentioning, there are many other ones on the market that serve the same function. I'm just mentioning the ones that I've encountered or I've used before for my business or for my clients. Speaking about appointment schedulers and application forms, tools that combine these two features together are commonly called CRMs, short for client relationship management. What happens is when people book this call and they fill the form, it creates a pipeline where you're able to track how you move this client along in your business. Are you starting to see why this is important? Because sometimes I could ask you, how many clients reached out to you in Q3 of this year and you have no idea? But your CRM will do that for you. And then you can even take that and compare how many leads came in and just measure that and see how well your business is doing or set new goals for the coming year. The third tool I'd like to talk about is the email marketing software. And of course, when you think about the sequence, if someone has booked a call with you, you need to have some software that sends them reminders about the call. Even after you've landed that call, you need to send emails to follow up, send them some of the documents that you promised to send on the call, and just follow up till you close the client. Email marketing software differs from you manually sending emails because you can set these emails ahead of time, put in some tags to personalize those emails, and it does all the work for you. Why is this important? Sometimes we get so busy and we forget to follow up. So what an email marketing software will do for you, because those emails are automated, it ensures that you're increasing the show up rate to your discovery calls, and it also increases the likelihood that after the call, those clients will sign up for what you have to offer. Oh, and let's not forget, email automation software is great for email marketing, which is one of the most effective ways of marketing, especially when you are selling knowledge products. The next tool is a video call software. Now, for the video call software, two very common ones that I use and I've seen many people use is Zoom and Google Meet. This software allows you host a call with a client, record the call so that you can refer back to the information that was shared with you on the call, or even share that recording with the client after the call happens. This is different from placing a phone call across because you can schedule these calls ahead, send the link, and put that link in the emails that you want to send, unlike a phone call where it's just like on demand and on the go. With the video call software as well, you save money on like the tariff if you are putting a local call through. Now, I know that many social messaging platforms are starting to fill the gap that video software fills. For example, I could WhatsApp video call you, right? However, with that, I may not be able to record the call. So it's just about you figuring out what works for you, what you're trying to achieve, and just stick with one. Next is the accounting and invoicing software. Let's assume that you've gotten on this call with the client, they're very happy, they want to proceed to the next phase with you. You need to send them something to be able to bill them. And not just that, but to be able to follow up on the client to ensure that they make payments as and when due. Very common tools to achieve this is Wave, there's QuickBooks. I personally use Dopsado because Dopsado has the invoicing feature. Very good, like it's an all-in-one software in that sense. So figure out which one works for you. There are so many other bookkeeping tools. The other advantage for this, apart from following up with your clients, is that you also have your bookkeeping records. You can track and see how your business is doing over a period of time. Next is a contract software. I'm not even sure if that's like the correct name, but this is a software that allows you to send contracts over to your clients and then they sign it on the internet. They could e-sign without having to scan and print, sign it with a physical pen and then send over to you. That's very cumbersome. You could easily just send this to people and they could just sign from the tip of their mobile phones. Very common tool for this is DocuSign. Again, I use Dopsado for this because Dopsado sort of has all these many features that I've been listing so far. Now, in case it sounds foreign to you and you probably haven't been sending contracts to your clients, I need to ask you one question. Why? Why would you do that? You're putting your business at risk if you do not send contracts. The beauty of having a software that does this for you is that you don't have to create a new contract every single time. You already have packages, like standard packages for the services you provide. So create a contract for each of those packages, and every time you have a new client, once you put in your name to the contract will personalize that contract for the client and send it across to them. Very simple, very easy. It would also send them reminders if they've not signed the contract to ensure that they sign it before you start work. This will save you from scope creep, which is something that happens very commonly with service providers and with coaches. It protects you. It also protects the clients and makes them feel very safe working with you because they can read their rights and they know, okay, this is what I'm expecting from you. Expectations are just defined and everybody's happy. It's a win-win. Now you sign this client, you're happy, you're ready to begin work. How do you deliver the transformation to this client? As a coach, you would need an online course platform. Well, it depends. If you are having live calls, you could deliver these calls using the video call software. But it's important that you think about how your client likes to consume information. If your clients are not able to show up to the calls live, you will need to have a place where you archive or put up all these videos, upload them, and the clients can consume them on their own time. Very common ones: Teachable, Thinkific. I've used Katra. I love Katra. There's Kajabi. Kajabi is really elevated. I love the outlook of Kajabi. It's really clean. Let me know if you'd like for me to do a video comparing each of these platforms. But yes, you should need a platform to deliver your services. And if you're a service provider, you're delivering physical services, you may not need any of these tools. Your client comes in and then you deliver the service. That's it. Now, I've seen people send across course recordings using Google Drive. That is so tacky. But hey, I just mentioned Google Drive. I'm going to focus on that as my next tool. Google is so versatile because they have an entire suite of products, not just the Drive, which I mentioned, but even custom emails. Guess what? Custom emails are a good way to look very professional, right? My custom email, kiva@zouldigital.com, that's my own name at the name of my agency. It comes across as very professional. It increases the level of trust that you command as opposed to using the regular kiva@gmail.com or whatever the case may be. So it's called G Suite because it's a suite of products. Google Suite has the email feature that allows you to create a custom email. There's also the Docs where you get to collaborate with your team members when you're creating documents. Google Sheets as well. Some people even use Google Sheets for their bookkeeping or to just record things where you have numbers and all of that stuff, or manage a project. Now, one good alternative to Google Docs, one of the tools I love, it's called Notion. Notion has a way of helping you archive your documents in an organized format where you can always reach them. Because one common thing that happens with me is sometimes I have a thought, I open my Google Doc and put it in there. But at some other point, I forget that I even had that doc there. So Notion sort of helps you create a very, very organized system of files. You should check it out. The next tool is a project management tool. It helps you manage your project. Very common tools: Trello. I've used Trello. I love Trello. I've also used Asana, and I love Asana just because of the pop of colors that it has. But they are both really good to keep track of any project, whether it's the project you have for a client or even internal projects between you and your team. And then there's Airtable. Airtable is also really good for managing projects. Check out any of these three. They are very similar in what they provide, and they're very, very easy to use, very intuitive. The final tool I'm going to talk about is a screen recorder. Of course, if you're a coach, you know that you need a screen recorder to record your course. But even beyond that, sometimes when you're working with your team, you're trying to deliver a project to a client, you need to give feedback. It helps to be able to pull out your computer, open the tool to record your screen, and you speak over it, say the things you want to say to give feedback. So sometimes with my agency, say we need to let a client know how to grant us access to some of their platforms, we just do a video and show them, oh, this is where you need to go. Or if I need to give the content person on my team feedback on, oh, here's what you need to do to edit this graphic or edit this caption, I just do a recording. And my favorite tool for doing this is Loom. Loom is spelled Loom. So I highly recommend Loom because Loom is bae. Now, I want to know in the comments, which of these tools do you currently use in your business and how is it serving you? Now, this is a good point for me to mention that they are all in one platform. For example, Dopsado. Dopsado has a workflow. So when people book a call, it will send those emails. People can schedule calls with Dopsado as well. You can send your questionnaire forms, your kickoff forms to your clients with Dopsado. There's Katra. Katra does literally everything Dopsado does, actually. And in addition to that, you can set up your online course. You can upload your videos for your course without having to pay for extra video hosting. It's really, really beautiful. So I'd like to hear in the comments, which of these tools have you used before and how well did it serve you? Are you still using it? Is it giving you issues? Let me know in the comments. Remember to subscribe so you get notified every time I release new brilliant videos like this. If you are interested in building a funnel to help you attract premium clients to your business, click the link in the description to get my free training. See you in the next video. Cheers.